Hey guys, how is everybody doing today? I wanted to hop on here today and talk about a lie that I think a lot of us believe. So I want to know, honestly, from each and every single one of you who's tuning in, whether you're catching this live or you're catching it on replay. If you are watching on replay, comment that in the comments so that I can keep track and kind of see where things are at throughout the day. But how many of you have ever looked at somebody else's hashtag Transformation Tuesday or somebody else's before and afters that are shared on social media, and you've thought to yourself, that's really great for her, but I could never actually do that because I love pizza too much, or I love cheese too much, or I love wine too much, or I love donuts too much. How many of you, tell me in the comments, have thought that to yourself? I am absolutely guilty of that, you guys. I have thought that in the past. I have looked at other women. I have thought, wow, she looks fantastic, but I could never look that way. And this week, I had a gal friend of mine send me an old SNL skit that I felt like feels really fitting to this situation for all of us. It's two really simple words. It's just, stop it. Anybody else remember that SNL skit? I had not seen it or heard it in a long time, and if you haven't seen it, I'll make sure I drop a link to it in the comments so that you can check it out, but it's stop it. S-T-O-P-I-T. That is it. Flat out, you guys, we have been duped. We have been told that this whole word nutrition is above our pay grades, and we flat out have no idea what we should be eating, when we should be eating, and why we should be eating the things that we're eating. And the conversation is really being controlled, in my opinion, by a lot of people who benefit significantly by us staying really confused about what it means to be healthy. So for those of you who may be watching this on replay, maybe someone shared it with you, or maybe we just haven't really become acquainted with one another yet, my name is Samantha Franzen, and I work as a health and wellness educator over on the blog Decidedly So. Over there, I believe when it comes to living a healthier life, knowledge is power, but convenience is key. So what I'm doing is working really hard to make this process of living a healthier life a whole heck of a lot easier for the busy people of the world. Can I get an amen? I always say, hallelujah, right? So, as I mentioned, you guys, I have absolutely been guilty of this whole, seeing people really succeed in their health and wellness journey on social media and thinking, I can never do that because I love things. I love my life too much. I love indulging too much. And that's why I'm really passionate about sharing this information with you guys today. How is it even possible that I am 32 years young, not old, young groovy over here, but how is it that I'm 32 years young and I am just now figuring out some of the most basic elements of quality nutrition, learning how to move my body and how to optimally fuel it? How is that possible? I have spent far too much of my adult life cutting calories to the point of misery, honestly, in order to do things like, I'm gonna get that body, right? I'm gonna get that body, so I'm gonna stop eating, I'm gonna stop drinking beer, I'm gonna stop doing all the things. How are we perpetuating this lie for one another, ladies? This is not, again, I speak all the time about empowerment for women. Knowledge is power, and when you know better, you can do better. But if you are starving yourself and you are depriving yourself of the things that you love, that is not empowerment. Not even a little bit. To me, that's called being a prisoner, right? Full on prisoner mode. We are slaves to this really backwards and confused idea of health and wellness. So I want to talk about how we can all take some really simple steps, right? I am all about take the simple steps in this journey. Teach me and show me how to do something, and I am absolutely going to go out and get it. It's the whole parable of teaching a man to fish versus giving him a fish, right? That's what I have really been focused on this past year, and I feel like a majority of us are the same way. That we really learn through doing. If someone can show us how to do it, we can absolutely do it for ourselves. But the funny thing is that we are willing to dedicate weeks or months or even years to acquire a new craft or a new skill. But for some strange reason, when it comes to things like nourishing our bodies or moving our bodies or respecting our bodies, that a lot of times we're like, that didn't work overnight, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that just doesn't work. Like, are you gonna be an expert at learning better health and wellness overnight? Nope, you most definitely will not. It's gonna take time. Is that a reason not even to begin? Again, we're going back to SNL, and I'm gonna say, stop it! Stop it! What I have learned in this past year, you guys, is that nutrition is actually a whole hell of a lot easier than we have been told that it is. You have 3 key macronutrients, otherwise dubbed macros by the people who want to speak above your pay grade, and they want to keep you super confused. Those macronutrients are carbohydrates, they are protein, they are fats, and our bodies need all 3. Yes, all 3, you guys, in order to thrive. There are a lot of people out there right now telling you that you can cut out an entire one of those macronutrients and thrive. Maybe not cut out entirely, that's not fair, but significantly and drastically cut that one down and go ahead and thrive. And I'm over here like, hey, this is just about kind of finding some balance and finding some like easy middle ground between things. That is all that we are looking to do, is find a middle ground, you guys, because really, life is all about moderation. And wouldn't it be a much better world if we found a little more middle ground? Gosh dang it, if we weren't all the way over here or all the way over here, that we were just kind of like, hey, here I am in the middle, right? We are bombarded on a consistent basis by information and noise every single day. And there is not a single one of us that has extra time to wade through all of that information. And it's why it gets so confusing when we as women are trying to figure out, what do we have to do to make our bodies function best, right? This is the reason that I love the program or the app, The Daily Skim. I don't know if any of you also watch that. Let me know if you do, or read that in the comments. Let me know if you read The Daily Skim. But it's this really great way that I'm able to get kind of like an update on what's happening in the world. I get the short and sweet, and if I really want to, I can dive into those issues a little bit deeper, but it keeps me up to speed, and then it lets me go on with my life, right? Well, the Daily Skim is essentially what I feel like I have come across, and it's why I was so insanely stoked this year when I finally found the faster way to fat loss. I became a certified coach with the program after I found the faster way to fat loss. And listen, you guys, I will tell you, I'm being 1,000,000% transparent here, that I don't absolutely love the name of the program. Here's why, because I think a lot of you hear it and you think, oh great, here comes another ploy for losing weight, and that's not what I'm about here. I told you in the very beginning of this video that I am about simplifying this process and making it easier for women, and whether I like the name or not, the program is freaking fantastic, and the lady who created it is an absolute genius. Like, there are now thousands and thousands of women across the entire and men across the entire country who have benefited from this program, who have freed themselves of this being a slave to cutting calories and being at the gym for hours upon grueling, endless hours. Like, no, we are actually teaching women in this program about nutrition and how to balance their macronutrients and how to move their bodies. Sorry guys, I hate when I forget to put my phone on Do Not Disrupt. For about 30 to 45 minutes each and every day, and that will help you to stay strong, right? To make your body function most optimally and stay strong. It is the most simplified plan that I have ever seen. And if you are thinking about, if you've not looked into it yet, please do. This woman is a genius, and I feel absolutely honored to be partnered with the program. Right now, I am eating every single day just shy of 2,000 calories, you guys, which to some of you who have been cutting calories for your entire life probably sounds absolutely bonkers. But most of you watching have seen my own personal transformations, and you know that my body's looking good, and I feel really stoked about it because, like I told you in the very beginning of this video, I used to look at Transformation Tuesdays and before and afters and all of that stuff, and I used to think I can't do that because I love living my life way too much. So, lady friends, let's go ahead and wrap up here saying stop believing the lie that you can never be X, Y, or Z because you love to eat food and enjoy adult beverages. It has kept us from living our #best life, right? Our best life for way too long, you guys. And I'm gonna tell you that if you're really thinking that you would like to make like Wilson Phillips and Break free from the chains. You guys, I haven't had a silly song for you in a long time, and so there you are. You're welcome. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you not to hold on for one more day. So cheesy, you guys. I know. You guys love my cheese, though, or you wouldn't keep coming back. But what I will tell you to do instead is to check the link that I'm going to drop in the comments and look into what this faster way to fat loss is all about. I have a limited number of spots right now that are still available for my upcoming round that's starting on Monday. And so if you are interested, you've been thinking about this, make sure that you grab one of those spots immediately, because I will only be taking a couple more gals. So I'm going to wrap up saying, let's go ahead and break those chains, my friends, and stop it! Stop believing the lies and start empowering yourself. And as I close, please, you guys, if you know somebody else out there who could benefit from this video or also needs to stop it when it comes to this overwhelming concept of what health and wellness actually is, please share this video with them. And thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I look forward to connecting with you all again soon. Take care, guys.